We're calling the meeting to order. Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? Motion to accept the minutes. I don't need a second. Yeah, a second. Okay, I'll be there. Get that, James? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna turn it over to Bobby. Anything about the excursion buses?
The excursion to the Port of Condi is set for June 7th. I personally called everybody that was on the leftover list from the last trip and offered them a seat on this bus. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those people said they would be thrilled to take this trip. That means that we will have another 24 seats available. I will be at the clubhouse at 9:30 that morning. At 9 o'clock on May 30th to sign people up.
You need help with the sign up?
Yeah, I just hope that it isn't federal because you changed the rules.
I'm gonna show up anyway. I'm going to show up. If you want my help, fine. If not, I'll be there to stop anything from happening. But at least try.
Make sure you available again.
24.
Where is this show?
To Port Condi.
Beach.
Date on that?
It's June 7th.
That's it?
We should get on this.
Okay, as soon as I get the confirmation, I'll give it to you. We still don't email.
I might give you a
I
bus.
made the sign for next time. I'm sure you won't do any problem. Do you have any old business? Hi, Donald. Anybody have any old business? I really wanted to discuss something, but it's being out here.
You can go over. See what it is.
I don't have my phone.
Donald, can you call Omar and find out what they're gonna make a meeting, please?
Well, Omar.
He's calling.
Hey, how are you? You coming to this meeting?
No, we are in Miami, that's meeting. Well, I know there's a week that we have.
Okay.
For the weekend, no.
All right, I'll let him know. All
That's-
right, brother, I gotta go. I'm in a meeting. Get back. No Omar, they're all in Miami.
Okay, all right, so part of the old business was, I got a lot of requests. This week and last week to, for the bus to stop at, Holy Name of Jesus on Military. Omar said, I think he told us it's Gianna, and he said, someone said, but that isn't true. Because, I'm going to allow,
What did he say? What did Omar say?
you couldn't stop there because there's nowhere to turn around.
We went there before, didn't we?
Well, Beacon Pete was going to tell us that they did have excursion buses there, and I wanted to mention it to him.
Shut up, fucking look.
And there is,
I'm sorry.
pardon me,
I'm gonna have to speak once.
okay. As I was saying, okay, I was told that the bus could not go in and turn around, therefore they could not stop there. I have since found out that that's not necessarily true. And if you people don't mind, I will ask Beacon Pete to speak about that. Do you mind?
Not at all, that's why I'm here.
You're not a busboy already.
If I need to move closer or.
Whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable. with. Sit in that chair.
Sit in the hot seat.
Hi, my name is Deacon Peter Mazzella. I've been a parishioner at Holy Name of Jesus for about almost 45 years. And I was an employee there too for about 8 years, among other things. I'm still a member of the clergy and I help out there a lot. Just this past week, we had a group return from a pilgrimage to the Holy Land. They came in on an excursion bus, pulls into the parking lot because all their cars were there, drops them off. They get off the bus and the bus leaves. Every week we have the county trash trucks or the solid waste authority trash trucks pull in. They're bigger than a bus. They come in, they pull up the dumpster and they go out. I mean, the entrance, as far as I know, they go out the exit. The exit is 2 lanes wide. I can't expect the bus or any trash truck or anything to fit in 1 lane. But if they try to take 2 lanes, I don't think anybody's gonna argue with them. They can pull to the end of the exit, look down Military Trail, see the lights. It's doable. We have a food pantry truck, which is a box truck. Comes in and out weekly. So there's a lot of, and we have food service deliveries, in semis. They seem to be able to negotiate it. So I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, unless people were talking about coming in the entrance, they don't want to, or leaving by the entrance, they don't want to do that. That's fine, there's an exit, it's a 2-lane exit onto Military Trails.
What was the main problem here?
From what I gathered from the bus company, the issue was to incorporate it into a route. So I had made a suggestion, instead of pulling into the parking lot, to put the people right next door where the fire works place was, that they could pull in there, let the people out. The problem that I was told was an issue on exiting the bus on Military Trail with the traffic and how far the bus has to go to be able to turn around. They can't go to a light and make a U-turn. They have to have a route. So the semis can come in and out, excursion buses, because they come in and they come out. They have to incorporate it into a route. And that was my understanding. I suggested that they go down a couple of blocks where the dealer was. They can cut across and come across Haverhill, and there was an issue with the speed bumps there. Taking the buses over those speed tables.
Okay.
I think there's 5 or 6 of them over
There
there.
are a few, yes.
So
Okay, when I've heard that the bus makes a stop at El Presidente Supermarket, which is just in a block north of the church.
right. But
Where do how do they exit that? They pull out?
they pull out in front of Presidente, they drop them off. And that was discussed too, going in the parking lot. Now people would have to walk across the parking lot, cross the main intersection and walk a quarter of a block down, which I don't think is feasible, especially if it's bad weather or rain or.
I would recommend it for the church. I was just wondering how they exited Presidente, which route they took back.
I'm not sure how they go in, but I'm assuming they would come down Military Trail and pull into the Presidente and either make a right or go back on Military and head north. I'm not sure of how where the bus would go from that Presidente.
Well, I had thought of the speed tables, but those are speed tables. I mean, they are the gradual bumps. They're not these sharp bumps that can wreck, well, not wreck the suspension, but cause a lot of jarring.
Well,
So if they take it at the right speed.
Well, the issue is that the back of the bus has regular seats. And the front part of the bus has jump seats. There's no way to secure yourself in a little tiny seat. Because you're actually facing each other in the middle of the bus.
That's it.
But they evidently they feel that that's an issue for the riders.
Yeah,
The people are already complaining, riding normally, much like going over the
Yeah.
speed tables.
yeah, well, each of those speed tables has a posted speed, I
I-
think it's 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You take it at that speed, it's very smooth. It's not like hitting a pothole. So I know the bus drivers aren't here to discuss, but if you start eliminating every route, then they have to go down to Summit Boulevard and make a right, come up Havertz Hill. Extra gas, but that would be the next option. Summit Boulevard is a 5-lane road.
Well, they're not here.
The fact that they're not here, we
Yeah, I
can't.
know. I'm sorry about that.
I can only tell you what, when we were discussing it, that they actually went out and they were working on changing some of the routes. And that was one of the objections that they came to. The same thing with pulling out of the 2-lane, they now have to come on ongoing traffic with people doing 45, 50 miles an hour pulling a bus out.
They could do what I do, I wait for the traffic light to turn red, and then it's it's
You and
safer.
You and I are on a different schedule, they have an hourly
But-
schedule
but
that they have
still,
to
you have to be
maintain.
safe. Yeah, you have to be
They have to be safe in what they do.
Okay, well,
I think you're gonna have to table this
we're
until
gonna
next
have
month.
to table it because they're not here. I'm sorry. I didn't know they weren't coming today. And perhaps they can watch the video or I can pass that information on to them. So we're gonna go over to the next, thank you so much.
Okay, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate your input.
Oh, no problem at all.
Anyone here have any new business?
No vehicle, if I'm saying something, new business,
I mean,
I have something to say, is that new business?
I don't know, what is it have to say?
Well, what if we have to say? I go to Mary Immaculate. For 8 years, the service has been great.
No, we have to table that, if it has to do with the church and the bus.
What happened? Change the schedule.
What happened?
Did change this
Oh, the new schedule?
The new schedule, the new schedule is
The Eastern West schedule,
we have the new schedule.
that's in addition to the regular buses, the internal.
Regular buses do not go, the shuttle used to go there. The shuttle is no more
To go where?
go to Mary Immaculate.
They still go.
They still go, but they go at a different time,
Tricia?
Yeah.
May I
a
suggest
different
that we,
schedule.
Wait,
may,
excuse me,
may I suggest that we limit discussion to committee members while it's on our agenda? And then visitors can comment in the discussion period.
all right, but I'm sorry, we gotta go through the committee members first.
Okay,
All right, have a seat, I'll.
but I want to be heard, okay?
Yeah, I'll hear you.
All right.
Okay, committee members, any new business? Anyone, anything? Nope. Okay, moving on. Now, in general discussion, I am looking for a secretary to take minutes at every meeting. Hoping that someday I'll get lucky and someone will volunteer. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, David. Yay, David is not the new secretary.
Because that's what you do.
I still want my chocolates and my cookies.
You
I
can.
think we're waiting for your insightful volunteering, but
I'm not good at that.
we know.
Okay,
That's
so
why I volunteer.
for general discussion, we gotta be. The people know on this, please.
The only thing I think, if I could be recognized, over the last few days, we've received a few phone calls from people that are upset that a certain bus was eliminated. And we tried to explain to them to give it a chance. Were schedules that where the bus was going once or twice or 3 times a week is now going 5 times a week. The internal buses routes are basically remaining the same. They don't want to hear that, okay?
I
So,
know that people feel I took away the public express buses. I did not. We did, for months, the bus drivers clicked how many people were going on the bus, off the bus. The public express buses were never, ever even 1/4 full. There are still buses going to, Publix. The main schedule is still there. They actually added on a lot more routes that are very convenient. I, for one, would like to go to the outlet. They were only going once a week, now they go every day. So they added on a lot of other stores that weren't there before, and a lot of good places to go if you wanna go to Whole Foods or, what do you call it? Well, I don't know about,
Or the east and west route.
there, so there are still buses going to Publix, you're just not gonna get an express with 1 or 2 people. Wasting the gasoline when everyone can benefit from it. Now we all have the opportunity, I don't see that well anymore, I don't drive. So I'm very happy to be able to go to the mall by the bus. Or one of the stores, or Whole Foods or somewhere there. Any questions on that?
I noticed you have a Sharon Church here. Does the bus go there? Why?
Pardon me?
Sharon Christian Church. That's down in.
I saw that on the list, I didn't, that must be a new addition, I didn't.
Is this part of the internal routes?
No, it's part of the,
External west.
yeah, right, the west. I don't know, is that the one that's on Jog and,
Yeah,
Pompey Hill?
but that is said Monday to Friday. I mean, it goes, church goes.
I have no idea. I see what you're saying, the church is Monday to Friday?
That's what it, yes, under the external
That's not.
West
we go
Road.
sometimes again.
How come there was
Seven
seven
times,
not
that's
to me?
I have to look at the bus.
Every hour,
I don't like this idea.
but they only stop there if somebody wants to go there.
Hey, there's no stuff here.
Or what is your question? I'm sorry, I didn't quite follow. Are you asking if it's only up during the week?
Well, no, it says here like the external 2 West route, Monday to Friday. But then in the thing here, you have Sharon Christian Church. So I don't know why, because you never go to church and the church isn't open Monday to Friday.
Okay, so I will tell, I'll tell.
That
them
must
that.
be a misprint.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I didn't even, I'll mention it to Omar.
It's on there.
No, I know, she's saying that no one go, it's not open during the week, so I don't know. No, I understand, I don't have the answer. The bus, the manager is not here, I'll bring it up to him. Okay. Thank you so much. Open during the week. Anyone else?
Well, when you gonna hear me?
You're just telling me about the church.
No, it's a different church.
Okay, stand up, what do you have to say?
My question is this.
What?
Amass is at 4 o'clock. Now they wanna pick us up at 4:35. There's nobody there to take back at 4:35. We don't get out of Mass until 5 o'clock. Now, all these years, we were perfect. They picked us up at 5:15. Everything worked fine. They got us there 45 minutes early. We sat around, but that was good. We were glad to get there. We're glad to come home. But how are we gonna get home if no bus is there at 5 o'clock?
That's Saturday, right?
They go in there Monday to, the church is not open every day, but that's your problem, not mine. The problem is this, that there's a Saturday mass at 4
I
o'clock.
just said that. I
Yeah.
was just asking you a question. You're talking about Saturday.
Right.
Okay, so the mass starts at 4 and they don't pick you up until 4:35.
Yeah, we won't be out at mass. Mass is an hour. How will we get home?
They have to work on the routes, there might be some issues.
For the last 8 years was perfect. They picked us up 5:10.
Yeah.
Great. Even though we got there early, 45 minutes early, we sat around, but we were glad to
Okay.
get there.
I noted it and I'm gonna pass it on to the manager.
So this Saturday, we have no way to get home.
I'm sorry.
Whoever made up the schedule is put in Advocate every month. They can see the schedule. Whoever made up the program. They know there was a 4 o'clock mass.
Well, the schedule that you have was made up by the bus company to make a route,
Right.
to make some changes.
But when
to
they
make
made
it-
a route, they should see where they were going with this time schedule.
Well, we appreciate your input and we're gonna give it to them to try to straighten it out.
Yeah, because
There's
there
gonna
are
be
8
some
to 10
pluses and
people
minuses.
that go to mass on Saturday, and there's no way of us getting home.
You're right, and it's noted, it's duly noted. and
Thank you.
Passed on to those who are in trouble.
Thank you for listening to me.
Of course, you're welcome. Anyone else?
No, I
Please
was,
raise your hand so I can recognize you, because there are the people, do you want it? Yes,
I was noticed that on the same route, West Road, the bus that goes up Okeechobee used to stop at Wells Fargo. But it's not there anymore. That's eliminated. It goes to the library and then it used to make the turn and come on that side street and stop by Wells Fargo. Because you have a lot of people that take the bus that goes up the hill there, that goes to the exercise or the pharmacy. You always have quite a few people there, but that bus doesn't, it's not here anymore, it's eliminated.
Wells Fargo stop.
Wells Fargo,
Stop, yeah.
the one over here.
Yeah.
The one on the corner, ma'am, is that what you're talking about?
Okeechobee.
That's how we learn how not work and don't work. Thank you for the information. Anyone else have anything
No,
pertaining to the buses or the meeting? Yes, Susan.
Yeah, I don't know where this fits in, our excursion buses or new business, but I'm here to have a choice to go to a Catholic church. And I was hoping that the buses would be able to go to Holy Name of Jesus Church on Military.
Yeah, but I have that down. We're gonna, we're gonna bring it to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, good and welfare. So quiet.
There are no buses for the community publics on Saturdays, right?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
So there are no buses for the community publics, the publics are coming and drive on Saturdays.
There's publics.
Every day.
Every day now, there's express bus.
I think this lady is talking about the community drive. Not the one closest to Century Village, but the one where CR is.
Oh, you're talking about.
No, not Village Boulevard, the one out.
Community, there is.
Oh, okay.
There's a bus.
There is,
Yeah.
on Saturday, yeah.
They're just not express.
on here. They're on the 1, 2, and 3 one.
On the 1, 2, and 3.
Right, so it's the regular lines, the regular bus routes.
But the 1, 2, and 3 goes Monday to Friday.
No, can I see that schedule?
This has not chart changed here,
No, okay. All right.
so it still go to public. But you're on the west route.
That's the kind of route on the bottom of there, no. No public there Saturday or Sunday.
Is that true? There's no public on the weekend? Yeah, but I just said. No,
It's gotta be.
I don't know. No. We're gonna have to, he's gonna have to, he's gonna have to.
It goes to public every day.
Oh, it does,
Yeah, the one, 2, and 3,
it does go every day.
every day.
Monday to Friday. That's not Monday to Friday.
Day a week.
No, he's showing them.
This part here,
Tell me something.
correct me if I'm wrong,
Oh,
but the front part goes 7 days a week.
right.
This is 7 days a week.
Right, so you're on Saturday.
This part here is
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. It's easy to make that mistake, because I had to look at it 10 times.
Thank you, David, for your help. Anything else? Anyone, please? Any questions, comments? Something you'd like to see? We're on for the welfare? Yes, sir.
We really do appreciate your comments and your input. We don't all ride the same buses,
That's true.
and We've asked the bus company, Patricia, done a great job. Asking the bus company to see what they could do to improve schedules and so forth. It's a work in progress. This could be changed quickly or slowly, but don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen like that. Something that's gonna have to be absorbed. And Patricia's doing a good job at working with the bus company on this. So we wouldn't know these things unless you brought it in. So thank you very much, and thank you, Patricia.
You're welcome, thank you so much for that. One other comment, I don't know if you know it or not, but people have been kind enough to bring in, their complaints or their suggestions on these forms. Anybody who wishes to have one, please let me know. This is for any complaints. I will not take it over the phone. It has to be in writing because it's sent to the manager over at the bus company. And, that's it. If you want to join, I have papers for that. If you have suggestions, this is good suggestions, Susan brought in quite a bit. I will have them on hand every day of the week. Anyone wants them, just come in, ask for it. Falcon knows where they are in the floor, I'm not around. And that's about it. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. And that's it. Thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna work on that. Thank you.